Good morning. You're welcome to this webinar today. And then this is all about the youth sustaining a safe operation during the NYSC orientation camp. My name is Yo. Good morning, everyone, if you can hear me. My name is Yo. And then please don't forget, reach out to your colleagues, reach out to your fellow corps members, telling them that it is time for us to start off. We have our panelists, we have everyone. Special thanks to NCDC. Special thanks to the NYSC also for making this possible. All right. So please reach out to your friends, reach out to your colleagues, and tell them it's time for them to join in. Yes, you will see my face now. I'll try. Special thanks to NCDC. Special thanks to NYSC for making this possible. So please, let's reach out to our colleagues. Let's reach out to our friends, and then let them join in right about now. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for the coppers, intending coppers. Please, let's join now. Let's join. Let's join. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, you will see my face in a minute. I don't know what's wrong. Trying to put on this face thing, and then it's not showing. You will see my face in a minute, please. All right. Yes, we can quickly have a quick introduction. So once you write your name, please also tell us where you are. Tell us where you are, and then so we can do proper recognition of everyone. Everyone is important. Everyone is important. So we'll recognize you properly this morning. Thank you. I can see Abigail. Naomi Yaro, I see you. You're from Unijos. Unijos. Thank you, Chidima Grace. I can see you this morning. Chidima Grace, I can see you. And then Fatai. Fatai, I see you too. Good morning, Fatai. Konde Abiodun, all the way from Kwara State. Thank you. Oh, I have my brothers from the north. Thank you. I can see all of you. Thank you. Wow. Please reach out to other intending corps members and tell them to also join in, because what will be discussed today is important for every corps member, intending corps members. It's important. Thank you. Thank you. I can see Coyote, Fakayode, Rebecca, I can see you. Joshua, I see you too. Emanuela, good morning to you, Emanuela. I can see everyone. Thank you so much. Please make sure you have your pen. Make sure you have your paper close by, so you can jot things down. Thank you. Please also, we'll have question and answers. There's a section there where you can drop your question and your questions, and then we will try as much as possible to answer everything. So even if we don't answer you, please try as much as possible to. One second. Please try as much as possible to throw in your questions. And then once you drop them, we'll try to answer everyone. But even if we can't, it will be on the website of the NCDC. You will get everything that you need on the website. We also have a sign interpreter that will also help us for those that are physically challenged that cannot hear us. So once any of our speakers, once they have the floor, you will see them also interpreting. So with sign language. So please, let's just take note. Thank you, Ada Patience. I see you all the way from Benue State. Aliyaru Hadiza, good morning. Williams, I see you, good morning. Okoli Favor, Israel, thank you so much. Oyelaja, Timilein, I see you all. Bashir, good morning. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Omotoya, see Samuel, good morning to you. I can see, and then thank you. Yeah, so for those that are just joining us now, don't forget, we're doing this because it's important for every intending member to know that are needed, some things, and then majorly to sustain a safe operation during the orientation camp while you are serving. Okay. Juliet, I can see you. Good morning. You're reaching us all the way from Delta. Thank you so much. Jubril, good morning, all the way from Kwara. And then Belu Messi, good morning. Oh, all the way from River State, Bonny Island. Lovely place, lovely place. Good morning. Yes, I know. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, our interpreter, because it's important to see your face when you are doing that. Thanks for allowing us. All right, please, intending core members, don't forget, send messages to your colleagues. Send them the link to join this morning. Send the messages to your colleagues to join us this morning. It's important. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And then I see you, Abdul Rashid, Ernest AB. I see you, my friends. Zubairu Daudu, thank you. Damilola from Ado-Ekiti. Jennifer Moses. Then Kikelomo, thank you. Bamidele from Oshogbo, Osun State. Mohammed Usman from Gombe State. There are a lot of states I've not visited. There are a lot of states I've not been to. Big thank you to NYSC that made it possible for me to visit Kebbi State. I'm telling you, NYSC made it possible for me to visit Kebbi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Yor, in case you're just joining us, and then we are starting this officially this morning. And of course, we will start first with the national anthem. And then I know that what we have are intending core members, so you might not know the NYSC anthem. However, those of us that have passed through will recite, and then you just join, and I'm sure when you listen, you will know what it takes. And please let us just take the national anthem right about now. The national anthem right about now. Thank you. Yeah, can we just take the NYSC anthem? To be declared with dedication and selflessness. Nigeria is us, Nigeria we serve. Nigeria is us, Nigeria we serve.
Feel the state should have.
Thank you so much. I'm sure that some of the core members will wonder what happened there. But all the same, thank you so much. All right, good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please, a lot of people are trying to join, and they cannot have access anymore. Please just go to our YouTube channel, the NCDC YouTube channel, and then you can be a part of this. Go to the NCDC YouTube channel. You can be a part of these. Tell others to just go there on YouTube and live stream there. Just go there. Tell others to go there. They can be a part of this. All right. I just want to quickly just recognize all like we love to say it, all our guys them at the top, all our guys them that made this possible for us to be here today. I know that a lot of you will be wondering who are those that brought us here. And firstly, I just want to recognize my Oga to the top, my Oga to the everything, and then this he keeps tab and then he reaches out every now and then. Thank you so much, boss. Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, ladies and gentlemen, that is the DG of NYSC. I don't know if we can see him. If we can see the DG of NYSC, can we? If we can see the DG of NYSC, at least let him wave us. Let him wave us. Oh, my Augusta. Sean,
good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning,
it's a pleasure.
Morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right. And then it is also important that I recognize all those that with our guardian and those within the NYSC office there. The director of ICT, Mrs. Christy Uba. Mrs. Christy Uba, is she there? Just wave us. Good morning, ma'am. Oh, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. We also have the director of press and public relations, Mrs. Adenike Adeyemi. Good morning, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. Also with us this morning is the director of planning, research, and strategies, statistics. Sorry, Alhaji Ahmed Wada Ikaka. Good morning, Alhaji. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. So, like they say in the north, Alhaji Nakwana. Directors of the special duties, Alhaji Musa Abubakar. Alhaji, good morning this morning.
Good morning.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then our other guys them at the other side, like I called him the last time, of NCDC, talking about the DG, Chikwe Ihekwazu. Doctor, good morning, sir. Can we just move over to the...
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. All right. And with him also this morning is one of my doctor. We talk from time to time. Is everything ready? Are we ready to do this? Is everything? Doctor, we are ready. Dr. Oyeladun Okuno Mate, please, doctor, good morning, doctor. She is the project lead.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, good morning, doctor. And also we have the director and NCDC stroke NYSC. That's who Dr. Ladon is. But also this morning we have with us head of communication, Dr. Disu. Yeah. Dr. Disu, good morning. I hope the video is on. I hope Dr. Disu's video is on. Dr. Disu. Yeah. Is he with us? Like my people in Igbo will say, Kebino.
Let's move on. He will join us soon.
He will join us.
Yes.
All right.
I'm sorry about that. I said good morning, DG, NCDC, DG, NYSC, and then good morning, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yaya. All right. Don't forget, this webinar is hosted by the National Youth Service Corps and the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, and of course, in partnership, in collaboration with the World Health Organization. They are the ones that have brought us here today. All right. So I don't want us to waste too much time. I don't want us to talk too much. Please, intending core members, don't forget there's a Q&A section there. You can drop your questions there. Please drop your questions there. so that we can reach out, answer some of the questions as we progress. But then let us just move on. First and foremost, let's have the welcome address from our guard there at NYSC, the DG, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim. My guard it up. Let's have the welcome address.
Thank you very much. The DG, NCDC, and team, my directors, my prospective corps members, Mr. Yo, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It is indeed a pleasure and honor to welcome you to this very, very important occasion. I want to start by congratulating the prospective corps members to having successfully passed the examination to now be ready to receive this clarion call. I also want to thank the NCDC for this wonderful collaboration that had started since last year. I want to enjoy the prospective corps members that we cannot thank the NCDC enough, because the NCDC is a very proactive agency, and for them, I can assure you will not be here today. So that is why this is the 6th orientation exercise we are going to conduct, and we have had it smooth and seamless. So that's why you're coming on board. So I'm sure you must have followed the trends, and we are not going to expect anything less. So you must please listen attentively to what you are going to be told today, and you are going to make sure you enforce it strictly in the camp. Because just as I said, this is not the first, this is not the second, we've had it before. I want to ensure that this one also will be hitch-free. I want to advise you that please, you have to be very, very security conscious, and also ensure you don't travel at night. So you must liaise effectively with your parents and ensure that you go to parks that are recognized by the unions and the government, so that you don't board vehicles by the roadside. You must be very security conscious and don't put yourself in harm's way. The use of the social media, I'm sure by the time we finish, you are going to be further enlightened by the NCDC. You must be very careful on the use of social media. Make sure you go to our platforms or the NCDC platform to get details or whatever you want to know. So please, also, you are going to be vaccinated. You ensure that it's not mandatory, but however, we do tell corps members that it's very, very important to vaccinate, because you don't put yourself in harm's way and you don't endanger others. So I can assure you that it is not harmful. All of us here are taking our second jabs, and we cannot thank the NCDC enough for providing this for us. So please, you must listen attentively to what the lecture you are going to be given this morning by the NCDC. And we're not going to take anything less, as I said, because the camp is a gamut of activities. The NYSC camp is not for the NYSC alone. The NCDC have a very important role to play. If you don't adhere strictly to the COVID-19 protocol in camp, they have the right to shut your camp. And once your camp is shut, only God knows when I'm going to call you again. So you must be very, very what? There should be any complacency. You must not let down your guard. Even at the end of the orientation course, you must adhere strictly to the protocol. I want to once again welcome to this platform, and I want you to please listen attentively, and I wish all of us a fruitful deliberation. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the welcome address. That is the DG of NYSC, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim. You've heard it, you've heard from him directly. All right, we're moving on straight, and then this one is the opening remark from the group of NCDC, of NCDC. I'm talking of none other but Dr. Chikwe Ihekweaso. Maaga, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Yao, and for the excellent work you've been doing. And really, firstly, to thank my brother, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim. We have formed an excellent partnership over the last year, and I think your leadership has really demonstrated what is possible in Nigeria when we put our minds to it. I will join you in congratulating all our prospective corps members at the beginning of what might be the most exciting, impactful, and important lives of years of your life so far as you move from the phase of learning to the phase of doing in a controlled environment for the first time. And I really wish you all the very best as your journeys proceed from here. The first step in that journey is what you're going to start over the next few days, your life in the NYSC camps. The situation that we found ourselves in globally has made it very difficult to go ahead with congregational settings. However, because of the importance of NYSC to you and your carriers, to our country, to the delivery of services, to our national life, we have come together to make incredible sacrifices to make sure that this invaluable program for the country is sustained. So over the last year, we've put in place measures, processes, individuals, human resources to enable this program continue for you and for our country. So there's enormous responsibility on all of us to ensure that we do this successfully. The price of failure is incredible for you and for us. So this will be a partnership moving forward with all of us working together to achieve the goals of seeing you successfully complete your orientation camp period, but also successfully complete your 1 year of NYSC. So what are we going to do at NCDC? We are going to work with our colleagues in NYSC to deliver an experience that is as close as possible to what would have taken place outside of the pandemic. But we cannot have our cake and eat it. We have to make some sacrifices as we go into this orientation camp. You will be taking through what those things will be this morning. This webinar is part of it. And this is one of the things that we have done out of COVID that actually might be an excellent thing to sustain post-COVID, to have an opportunity of speaking to all of you before the camp. But so there are a lot of innovations that we have now put into the camp experience that are a good thing. And some of them will continue post-COVID, some of them will not. But whatever the case may be, over the next few weeks, we need your partnership, we need your collaboration. You are now adults, so nobody is going to police you and check whether you're doing things every day. We need you to support each other because it is in your own best interest that we keep you safe from illness and keep yourselves alive and all of us alive. So really, my appeal to all of you, our prospective core members today, is to work with us. Not to see this as something coming from the top, to see this as a collaboration to enable you have a safe and productive experience. We need your collaboration. We need you to hold each other accountable. If you see someone, your mate, not wearing a mask, encourage your mate to listen. You're not doing this for government. We are doing this for ourselves. If you see someone not adhering to any of the principles that we've said, hold each other accountable for delivering on this. And my final message, I noticed that the DG was a little bit hesitant in saying that we should get vaccinated. I want to encourage him and his team to really encourage all of us. You know, the vaccines that we have are very safe. They will protect us from the most severe forms of this disease. They will protect our parents. They will protect the older ones among us. Please, if you have not been vaccinated and you have the opportunity of getting a vaccine, it is an opportunity of a lifetime. It will enable you live fairly successfully. It will enable you carry out other activities, and it will enable our country get out of this pandemic. So colleagues are working very hard at the moment to enable some access to the vaccines. And this is really to encourage all of you to take this if you have the opportunity to, which we're working very hard to achieve. So I'll close by, again, where I started, wishing you a successful year, thanking my brother, the DG, for an incredible collaboration for our country that we have built. We look forward, I've said very often, to sustaining this relationship way into the future as we work together to build our country with the incredible young people that are joining the Nigerian workforce in the next few weeks. So thank you very much. Have a successful orientation camp and a successful 1 year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's the DG of NCDC, Dr. Chikwe Ihekweazu. Thank you so much, sir. So prospective core members, don't forget you can drop your questions. If you check your screen, I'm sure you see the Q&A section there. Just go there and drop your questions. I can see people asking questions here on the place where they're just supposed to drop comments. Today we have over 3,000 participants being part of today's webinar. Thank you so much for joining. For those that still can join, reach out to them, tell them to go to our YouTube channel, NCDC YouTube channel, so that they can watch, and other live platform streaming platforms that we have there. They can watch and follow the program effectively. All right. And so this morning we'll want the project lead, Dr. Ladu, to please tell us the measures that they've been they put in place for the safety of NYSC intending members and core members and all. Dr. Ladu, you're there. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Director General, NYSC. Good morning, DG and CDC. Good morning, all the directors seated with the DG NYSC. Good morning, colleagues and the prospective core members. You're welcome to the fourth series of the NYSC Orientation Camp webinar. And the essence of this webinar is to ensure that we put all the core members, prospective core members going into camp through on what are the measures that have been put in place by NCDC and NYSC in conjunction with the Presidential Steering Committee to ensure safety of the core members, as well as to ensure smooth orientation exercise. The essence of this is to familiarize the prospective core members with what are the expectations in camp for safe orientations, to inform them of the safe, of the preparation and the processes put in place for safe camp process, as well as to listen and understand some of their concerns in terms of their safety, as well as address this concern. And also to provide, give them the accurate platform where they can get the necessary information as regards COVID-19. And so working closely with the NYSC management in conjunction with the Presidential Steering Committee and colleagues in NCDC, we put together a guideline for NYSC orientation camp activities. This was put together since last year and is the same guideline that we're using and improving upon moving forward for every camp orientation. And this camp, this guideline has put in place a measure to ensure that we reduce the number of participants allowed into camp per each section. And with this, we have a framework for this year, which we successfully conducted the stream 1 early in the around July to August. This is the second stream of the 2021 batch. And the essence of this is to ensure we have reduced number of core members in camp so that we can there can be enough room for physical observance of physical distancing. The second stream will be resuming next week. This is the prospective corps members that we have on call today. You'll be going to camp next week, and this will run for another 3 weeks. We'll have another stream later in the year. And for each camp across the country, we allow only 1,500 corps members in each camp. This is to ensure that we reduce the number of corps members in each camp, to ensure that it's possible to observe physical distancing in camp, as well as prevent any, as much as possible, reduce COVID transmission within camp orientation. And it's also important to know that this 1,500 corps members in each camp will be resuming in batches over a period of 5 days, with 300 corps members will resume per day. And also important to note that all corps members will be tested in camp for COVID-19 on arrival. We have worked with NYSC to ensure that we put a measure in place to conduct a rapid diagnostic test on arrival in camp. And it's important to know that only those that are negative will be allowed to proceed to register in camp and become fully corps members. All other prospective corps members, if the results come out reactive and they are positive, may not be allowed to join this particular batch of corps members. And measures have been put in place, working closely with the state surveillance team and state officials to ensure that these prospective corps members are well taken care of and they are allowed to join other batch so that they will not miss out the entire year of their service. And for registration, there is a link on your provide page, for NYSC provide page, that lead you to the COVID-19 self-reporting form. We call it the CIF, case investigation form. Once you click on this, it will direct you to an NCDC portal page, which is showing on the screen, where it is a personalized link and personalized page. Automatically, your call-up number will pop up. It's important that we don't share this link, because if you share with other colleagues, they may not be able to proceed with the process. Once you click continue on this CIF page, it will open up another form where you are allowed to put in your details, your information, if you have any symptoms, if you have been to any country or you've just arriving into Nigeria, if you have had COVID before, if you have gone through any COVID test and the outcome of the result. Those are the details that are required in this form, as well as your demographic details, your state of residence, your age, name, and all the details. And once you click submit, there is another form, another code that will pop up, known as a QR code. You must download this code and print. This is like a pass for you to enter into the camp. And once you come into the camp with this slip, you proceed to do your RDT test, COVID-19 test, before you proceed to register. It's important to note here that corps members are not allowed to come into camp with a COVID result. It is not acceptable. You will be tested on the spot. And we've worked, NCDC has worked closely with NYSC to ensure that these tests are made available to all the corps members free of charge. You are not allowed to, you will not be charged for this test. And the other measures that have been put in place, as stated in the guideline, also include other measures for safe orientation exercise, aside the batching of corps members on resumption, as well as the COVID-19 test. There are various infection prevention control measures that have been put in place in camp. Every corps member is expected to resume with at least a minimum of a pack of face masks with 2 clothes, fabric face mask, as well as hand sanitizer, no matter how minimal it is. Within the camp facilities, we've worked closely with the management to ensure that running water and soap and washing stations are available at strategic places in the camp. They're going to be mandatory temperature screening at strategic position also within camp, and this will be conducted in the morning and the evening. The various education materials that have been put positioned at strategic places in camp, and these are some of the measures that we ensure that we put in place to ensure that as much as possible the core members are safe. Also to address your concerns as much as possible, and also to ensure that despite COVID-19 restrictions, core members still have fun as much as possible. We want to ensure and also to charge the prospective core members that while in camp, ensure that you take responsibility as much as possible. The guideline has been put in place for your safety and to ensure that we don't have any untoward events during any orientation exercise. We'll join everyone adhere to the guidelines as much as possible. There are other compliance measures that have been put in place by the NYSC, which I'm sure the DG will be putting us through. There may be some penalty within the camp by camp officials if these guidelines are not adhered to. Observe physical distancing as much as possible. The Mami market, we've ensured that we don't allow people to gather within Mami market and sit down and have a form of prolonged overcrowding within the Mami market. As much as possible, we have camp officials. There would also be NCDC officials within the camp where we can seek clarification as much as possible on COVID-19. If you have any form of signs and symptoms as relates to COVID-19, report early to your platoon official as well as the health officials within the camp. There will be consistent and mandatory use of face mask in camp, even during our usual exercise or any form of marching during camp. There will be mandatory use of face mask, and we want to enjoin core members to cooperate with officials, the NYSC officials that are in camp as much as possible. Will familiarize yourself with the guideline, comply with the protocol for your safety, and also to enjoin us that everybody has a role to play. It is our responsibility to stay safe while we're in camp. Despite all the measures that we have put in place to ensure your safety, your safety lies also in your hand by ensuring that you take responsibility. Thank you. Over.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Lado, for educating us and on measures put in place to sustain the safety of the NYSC camp. Thank you so much, ma'am. All right. Right about now, we will go straight to the panel discussion, and we have the DG NCDC on the panel. We have the project lead, that's Dr. Lado also, and of course, I don't know, we should have a serving core member in the house today. We should have that person in the house. Please let them just take us quickly before I come to Dr. Disu this morning. DG, and then the serving core member is Damilare. Dami, are you there?
Good morning.
Okay, good morning, Dami. See uniform. Good uniform. Put proper starch to stand.
Thank you.
But don't stand in the rain with it too, under the sun and in the rain. Don't stand in the rain with starch. You're welcome, Dami. All right.
Thank you.
So quickly, let's just and then we have questions already. We have over 100 questions, but we'll take some of the questions immediately after this panel discussion. Okay, please, we have the floor. Let us go ahead. Please, I'm very, very sorry. Please help to fill out the pre-webinar question. Please just help us to click on it It will help us a lot in answering most of the questions that you have here. There are just 4 questions. Please, intending to call members, don't forget, help us fill out these. You can see it on your screen right now while we move straight to the panel discussion. Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So let's God.
Are we on break?
Yeah. In case you can hear me.
We can hear you, but we're not hearing the comment, but it's not talking.
All right. Dr. Ladu, are you there?
Yes, I'm.
All right. And then is DG. Can DG, please, can you also hear me?
I'm hearing you.
All right, sir. Okay. Okay, please, let's just go straight to the panel discussion right about now. Please, let us take some of the questions. Let me go straight to questions. Please, for Dr. Lado, will COVID-19 vaccine be provided in the camp?
Okay. For COVID-19 vaccine, for the country generally, we're actually entering the 2nd phase of the COVID vaccine. As regards the provision within camp, we're still working with the agency in charge of the vaccine, the MPACDA, to ensure that we make the necessary arrangement to have vaccines in camp. So for now, I cannot categorically say, yes, COVID vaccines will be available in camp. But I would also like to defer this question to DG NYSC also, to give a brief update on as regards the arrangement concerning that, because it's different engagement, at different agency level. Thank you.
All right. So can the DG just, DG, sir, please, can you just let us know immediately.
Yes, thank you very much. The Executive Director, National Primary Health Development Agency has contacted me, and the vaccines will be made available. And as I'm talking to you now, some states, like Imo State yesterday, I already got in touch with the Secretariat. So corps members can now be vaccinated in their local government areas. But for those who are now that will be going for camp the next few days, probably they may likely have theirs in the camp. So we're going to interface to see how it will be possible. If not, the vaccines will be made available to all the corps members. Just as the DGNCD said earlier, let them make themselves available for the vaccine. It will be available. Just monitor a platform. If you don't get it in camp, you are going to get it in your place or in your local government areas. It will be available to all the corps members.
Okay, Dr. Lado, for those that are already taking the vaccine, what proof should they come with so they don't get it twice? Dr. Lado, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
For vaccine, they all have the COVID-19 vaccine card. So that is a proof for them to show that they've taken the vaccine. And for the vaccine card, there is a barcode there, which will be scanned. And the details of the vaccines that they've taken would reveal whether they've taken only first dose or it's been completed. So they should, for those that have taken the vaccines, they should come to camp with their card. But that does not stop them from doing COVID tests. Vaccine or no vaccine, they will still be there will still be mandatory COVID-19 RDT screening. Thank you, Over.
All right, and for those, can someone still be infected after recovering from COVID-19?
So, from data and the statistics available, it is possible. So that is why we need to encourage everyone, whether you've recovered from vaccine does not confer any immunity or lifelong immunity on you. COVID-19 vaccine, COVID-19 infection is not like chickenpox, it's not like measles. So you can still be reinfected. So that means we're still enjoining everyone to continue to observe the necessary preventive measures. Thank you.
Okay, before I go to DG NYSC, just this question for you again. I have there are 3 types of the vaccines, and what role does each play, so that people know exactly what it is that they are taking?
Okay, so the question is not too clear. What role in what sense?
No, as in, it's a question from one of the intending corps members saying that I had COVID-19 vaccines of 3 types, and if yes, what are they and what is the role of each? Does the vaccine have a negative effect on the immune system? Okay, so let me start with the last one. COVID-19 does not have any negative effect on the immune system. For the 3 types of COVID-19 vaccine, well, generally, globally, we even have more than 3 types. So maybe the prospective corps member asking this question is only aware of 3 types of COVID-19 vaccine. Well, we have the same mode of action, the same preventive measures. It prevents having a severe form of COVID-19 infection, as well as reduce hospitalization as much as possible and reduce mortality. Please, it's important to note that COVID-19 vaccine does not prevent COVID-19 infection. If you don't still observe all the preventive measures, you may still likely be reinfected. Because in the country, we've not reached that level of what we call herd immunity. There is a level where the entire population is supposed to have a certain percentage of the population within the country that are vaccinated before you can talk of herd immunity. In Nigeria, we're not even near that yet. So taking COVID-19 vaccine does not confer total immunity on anyone and doesn't prevent infection. But as regards the type,
that you take. It depends on the type available within your location. I want to encourage all the core members to take any vaccine that are made available to them in their camps. They all have the same mode of action, the same preventive measures. The only thing is that there is a particular vaccine, Johnson & Johnson, that is taking only one, while others, Moderna, AstraZeneca, you take, or either Pfizer, you take 2 doses. And I am not aware that Johnson & Johnson is even available now to the population. It's mainly and strictly for hard-to-reach population. Thank you. Over.
Okay. Doctor, before you go, like my mother, before she took hers, she was scared about this whole rumor of using a phone, put it on your hand, use a light bulb, put it on your hand, and the light will come on and all that. Please, for our intending core members, please, your word about that, because people believe a lot of things that are not true.
That's interesting to hear. Well, if we hear that from old people, would as much as possible to allay their fear. But hearing that from a well-elite, well-informed population, it's quite interesting. I've taken the vaccine, I've taken the 2 doses, so maybe I should start with myself. So if anything sticks, if I put anything on myself, it doesn't stick or form any form of hole. There is nothing like that. You know, there is a lot of misinformation, disinformation, propaganda going on around this COVID-19 vaccine. I would say that they're untrue. And that is the essence of this webinar, so that we point the prospective core members to sources where they can have accurate information as regards COVID-19, as well as COVID-19 infection, as well as COVID-19 vaccine. Prospective core members, there is nothing like that. COVID-19 vaccine is safe. It is like any other form of vaccine. Vaccines has been with us for a while. We've been taking vaccines to prevent all other forms of infection. So nothing, there is nothing different from COVID-19 infection vaccine. Thank you. Over.
All right, thank you so much. I still have more questions for you, Dr. Lado, but let me go to the DG of NYSC. Brigadier, please, some people are asking, how many days will they be in camp for? Some are saying it's the normal 3 weeks. Some are saying it is only 2 weeks. For this current batch B stream 2, how many days will they be in camp for?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It's going to be 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
From September 1st to 21st September, which is 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Prospective core members, you can hear that. It is 3 weeks. That's what you're staying in camp for. Okay. And then when are they meant, that's the batch B stream 2, when are they meant to receive their call-up letters? Because if you say September 1st, it means it's just a few days away.
They will get it today. Posting will be released today.
Today?
Yes, they should visit their dashboard and print.
Okay.
It will be released today. So they should visit their dashboard and print after this meeting.
All right. Now, this whole thing we are talking about, the COVID-19 and all, educating prospective core members, is this program only for, this whole one we're talking about, is it only for the batch B stream 2 members alone, or what?
You made the webinar.
Yes, the webinar.
Yes, it's for the prospective core members. We do hold webinar meetings for all the prospective core members before the report to come, because this is very critical and very important for them to know what they are going to see in the camp, and it's very, very important for them to adhere to it. We have there's going to be vanguard enforcement in the camp, so that anybody that flouts the guidelines as enumerated by Dr. Lado, you'll face camp court, and you'll be decamped from the camp. So that was very, very important that all of them attest to what we're saying here. Because we're not going to tolerate any act of indiscipline. You must play safe so that you don't endanger others, because your carelessness can lead to the confusion in the camp. And that is why everybody must ensure we comply strictly to what the NCDC is saying. And I also want to appeal to them. I earlier advise on the use of the social media, and also be mindful of things that you read on the social media and the press. If there's any information you need to clarify, please get across to the NCDC or the NYSC. The NCDC staff, they're all in the camp along with the NYSC. So you don't start hearing all sorts of things like last orientation. It was in the press and the social media all over the place that all the corps members posted to Kaduna State were slaughtered on the way. So you can see it's not true. So that is why, please be very mindful of what you read on the social media and make sure you seek for clarification on our platform and the NCDC. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Back to you, Dr. Ladon. Please, does catarrh and cough have any relationship with COVID? Because people tend to move away once you are sneezing or you are coughing. People will just be running away from you. Please, Dr. Ladon.
Hello? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so it's important to also reiterate that although cough, having flu-like symptoms may be related to COVID-19 infection or not, usually COVID-19 presents like malaria-like or common infections that we're used to in the country. So having catarrh or having cough does not exonerate anyone until after COVID-19 test is done and you can confirm. And that is why we encourage everyone as much as possible, not only corps members, the entire country. Let's learn to practice preventive measures. These are basic preventive measures. Why sneezing? Why coughing? Practice what we call cough etiquette. Ensure that you protect the next person close to you by coughing into the elbow. And if you know you're having a catarrh, sneezing, have your handkerchief handy and ensure that you don't dispose it inappropriately. Thank you. Over.
Thank you. And can pregnant women also can they be vaccinated?
Pregnant women are excluded from COVID vaccine in the country. We don't have any data or statistics to back it to know whether it is safe or not within Nigerian environment. So for our own strategy in the country, pregnant women are exempted. At the same time, you recall that COVID-19 vaccine for Nigerian strategy is from year 18 and above. Even children for now are exempted until we have enough data within our own context to back it that it is allowed for pregnant women as well as other age groups. Thank you. Over.
All right. You know, in this our country, once you say headache, I have small headache, they will tell you it's malaria. Once I'm feeling tired, it's malaria. That's what we all believe, everything is malaria. But really, can malaria lead to COVID-19?
Malaria is a different type of infection, and COVID-19 is a different type of infection. They are not related at all. And also, the causative agent as well as the causative organisms are different. Although there may be similarities in presentation, and that is why we encourage everyone. It's not enough to say you have malaria, go and do tests. It's not enough to say you're suspecting COVID-19. There is now access to tests that results can be available within 15 minutes. And aside the screening in camp, there's still enough kits during camp orientation that anyone that reports in the camp clinic having any form of symptoms will still be screened before they conclude within the orientation exercise. So if you have any form of signs or any symptoms at all, or you're suspecting it's malaria, or you're not even unsure that it's COVID-19, kindly report to camp. We have our officials in camp that will work with NYSC officials for the period of orientation service. For that period of 21 days, they are posted in camp, resident in camp for 21 days for this purpose of orientation exercise. So it's important for us to report in the clinic, and the necessary assessment will be conducted. Thank you. Over.
All right, the last question before I go to Damilare. Is it compulsory to get vaccinated before going to camp?
From our hand, it's not compulsory. Nobody has compulsory taking vaccine, even in the country, but it is important. It is, well, for prospective corps members, I would defer that to the DG to say whether it's necessity. But for us, especially from our own hand, as NCDC staff that usually go on the field for the purpose of response and our engagement, as well as the coordination of COVID-19 response, it is mandatory. But for corps members, for the entire country, it is not compulsory, but it is a necessary. But for corps members, I would defer that to DG NYSC if there are some measures put in place to ensure that all corps members are covered 100%. Thank you. Over.
Thank you so much. DG, please, sir.
Mr. Just as I said earlier, we on our part, we also, all we do is to sensitize the corps members on the necessity of the vaccine, because we told it's very, very important. But however, we won't force anybody to do it. But it's for their interest that they get vaccinated, because in the process, they get themselves protected and protect others, including their parents, as said by Dr. Ladu, and to make people to be happy, so that it will give the opportunity when they get to the field, they will be able to sensitize other Nigerians that I took the vaccine. No, it's not harmful, and so it's advisable to also follow suit. So also, that's why we keep advising them that it is very, very, very important they get themselves vaccinated, because the disease keeps mutating from one point to variant to the other. So for them to be safe, I will advise they get themselves vaccinated. As also Dr. Ladu also said, if you already got yourself vaccinated earlier before they come, or you come with your card, so that you show evidence. But however, it will not stop you from being tested in the camp before registration. Thank you.
All right, and then please, Damilare, you're currently a corps member. Can you describe the experience so far while you and have any someone that is that tested them positive to COVID-19, and how was the situation?
Good morning, DG NYSC. Good morning, good morning, Dr. Ladu. I hope all other protocols will be observed. My name is Oluwashiri Damilare. I'm currently serving in Abuja, Stream 2 camp. Camp was very interesting. It was fun for me because getting to camp, we tested immediately. We got into camp before even dropping our bags. We got tested. Fortunately for all of us in my camp, that was batch Stream 2. Nobody tested positive. And while we were in camp, we could do everything. It was Mami market. We had social gatherings in the evenings, properly socially distanced. We asked to wear our nose mask before leaving our dorms compulsorily. If you're on parade ground without your nose mask, we were punished by the camp of officials. Our camp commandant, Major Awal, we never saw his face because it was always on his nose mask. So he told us if he himself does that by wearing his nose mask every time, we all corps members should also follow suit. In each each stand, we had washing hand business stands. So we all practice COVID-19 precautionary measures and protocols while in camp.
Okay. So, and there was no case, did you guys, any case of someone testing positive to COVID-19, and were you guys scared in the camp, people panicking and all that?
Fortunately for my batch, my stream members, there was no COVID-19 case in camp. Not a single case was recorded. Everybody that came into camp that was tested negative. So we're quite safe on that end. There was no case at all on camp.
No, so you guys are lucky. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Dami. You know, it's not in every case. We always pray for positive result in things, but not in case that concern COVID-19. We don't want it to be positive. That's why you see people praying for negative. Father, Lord, me negative. Let it be. I want negativity. Negative. Thank you so much, Dami. All right. And immediately I'm going straight to what would you also advise, Dami? Sorry, just one more question for you. What will you advise prospective corps members as they go to camp now? Your quick advice to them.
I think they should enjoy the experience. Camp, in regards to COVID-19, it's more of social responsibility. You need to be responsible. Wear your nose mask. As Dr. Ladu said earlier, come with a pack of nose masks, protect yourself, have hand sanitizers with you, regularly socially distance yourself in events, in crowded places, avoid going out to places that you think are too crowded. Markets, make sure you go when it's not sparsely populated. So I think everybody should just be responsible on their own and take all precautionary measures available.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Damilare. Perspective. He is currently a corps member, and like he said, he is serving in Abuja. All right, and then I'll just go straight to please, all our intending corps members. Everything that we're discussing here today will also be on the NCDC website, so you can go there. Some of the questions are not being answered. Go to the website, you will see it, NCDC website, you will see everything there. Okay, please don't forget. Now, we have our next speaker, that is Dr. Yaya Tisu. He's the head of communication at NCDC. Doctor, good morning, sir.
Okay, good morning.
All right, we can hear you, sir.
Colleagues, I want to say it's a privilege for me again to speak to prospective corps members with regards to the role of corps members as champions for national health security. Sometimes I am tempted to change the contents of this slide, but I remember that we're always addressing new batch of prospective corps members who have not listened to this before. So because of that, there is some slide modification to update the slides, because some of us might have probably listened to this before. So I want to encourage the corps members or prospective corps members to pay attention and to see how this can be very helpful for them in life and make the best use of whatever they have learned from here today. The essence of this is we've learned about what we need to do in camp, and we have as well also learned what the Director General wants us to do with regards to the rules and responsibilities. Rules in camps, and then the roles that we are supposed to play in the camp. So I think this will just guide us through that process. The next few minutes, I'll be sharing these thoughts with us. So it's expected that as participants, we're able to know the concept of take responsibility, and then understand the take responsibility campaign for COVID-19 prevention, because it's central to what we do. And lastly, apply the take responsibility concept for playing our role as champion of take responsibility campaign and health security in Nigeria. I will begin with what is take responsibility and why take responsibility. And if you look at to the right of this slide, you see in dreams begin responsibilities. That is a quotation attributed to William Butler. And I would like to say that to thrive as an adult, especially as graduates, now we're going into the world, we're beginning to be responsible for a lot of things, even though we started that while we were in school, but then most of the time our parents were still providing for us. But as core members now, we start earning a little stipend that we use to sustain ourselves. So we need to understand how to internally take ownership of our circumstances in life. That's where take responsibility begins from. Everything starts with you. It depends on your mindset or your perspective. So we need to also understand that it is what we, based on how we have prepared ourselves internally, we're able to take control of situations around us externally. That is to say, the consequences of actions So sometimes when things go wrong, that's not the time we give up or we start blaming ourselves. And that is the time to retrace our steps, learn from that situation, from our mistakes. It helps us to build trust with others and even confidence in ourselves. So, and I'm sure many of us are familiar with this slide, this image. That's Nelson Mandela. So how do we take responsibility? We can learn a lot from him. I don't know whether some of us were born in the 80s. I think he went to prison several times, but he was jailed for 27 years. And then he was released finally in, I think, 1990. And he was the first president of South Africa, Black president of South Africa. So it therefore means that we can take responsibility at that level, but it's not just limited to that level. And if you go, like in Lagos, in the streets of Lagos, where we usually have challenge with traffic, and you see some volunteers that will start directing traffic on their own, and nobody is paying them. So they do it well, and they solve problems for others. So we can even take responsibility in the streets. So it therefore means we choose how to respond to life's challenges, because we find ourselves in a situation where people are experiencing trouble, challenges, not necessarily ourselves alone, it could be our family, community, but we need to consciously take charge of ourselves first, and then know what we want in life. And when that is clear to us, then we'll be able to decide how to respond to life issues. But what is more important is, how do we move into the driver's seat of our life's journey? And then that means we have to appreciate that things happen for us, not to us. It happens for us, not to us. When we see that it happens for us, then we assume the right perspective to things. And then this is not the time we start blaming and complaining. And then what we need to do is, we need to be intentional. Replace blaming with acts of intention. And if you see this image, that green plant there, something is written below it, intention and desire. For that plant to thrive, of course, somebody has to put the seed in the ground. And then after a while, the seed germinates and it starts growing. But there are weeds that will compete with this seed. So you have to intentionally remove them so that it will have adequate nutrients to be able to survive in life. So there is no problem without solutions, and there is no activity or whatever we're doing without challenges. So this moves us from victim to victor of our life. And then to do this, we ask critical questions. What is my role in this if you find yourself in a messy situation? How do I use my talent here? So you have something that you can offer. And what is the gain here? Because what is there in for me? Not necessarily money. Most of the time we look at money, but there are a lot of other things we can learn from this situation. And what can I learn from this? And therefore, we have to become intentional in making choice. I will allude to one of our colleagues now in NCDC, that is Gordon. Gordon is supporting coordination of this orientation camp from NCDC, and he was one of the persons that served in NCDC who decided to be responsible, and based on that, he was able to be retained, and then again, he takes bigger responsibility in the organization. So, but we need a coach sometimes, but it's not the responsibility of the coach to do what we have to do. The coach is just there to guide us, but it is our responsibility to comply with the coach's instruction. And then we have information, sometimes we need to learn how to be productive, use information, use opportunities around us to turn situations around. And at the same time, again, and where there is no problem, no clue, no nothing, we need to take up the challenges, we need to take initiatives, and then we need to start taking responsibility for solving problems. And we don't have to wait for others. So when it comes to COVID-19, I'm sure you are all familiar with the hashtag Take Responsibility that we launched in March 2020. It's a communication campaign. But the essence is to, through individuals, family, organization, community, and institutions, to motivate Nigerians to take responsibility for their actions. Because that is the only way we can defeat a disease and a pandemic like COVID-19. And how do we intend to implement this? And it leverages on every ministry's department and agency, partner, community, and individual, and to achieve the following. We call it 5 M's. We model at individual level, at community level, and so on. We model, we practice and demonstrate these preventive measures. You don't just speak it and you don't do it. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and then maintain physical distancing. We are tempted not to do that sometimes, but we need to maintain discipline. And then we map, that is, we leverage, identify structures that can support us in doing this, and like stakeholders and the reach that are around us. We leverage that. And then we also make sure that we mobilize by sharing and promoting these messages and using the existing channels and other opportunities around us. And it's not only that, it's not limited to that. We also ensure that we support mitigation of this the COVID-19 pandemic by ensuring that people understand the messages, the situation, and the information in the way that will help them to minimize the impact of the disease. So, and then to understand how we are progressing, it's good to be part of that system that monitor what is happening by providing feedback to the authorities or whoever that we work closely with. As core members, when we leave camp, we go into the community. We need to work with the local government health educators and other structures put in place in ensuring that we contribute our own bit. We actually have a template through which we report, we capture our activities. So now, as champions, because that is the topic of this, what is our role as a champion, and who is a champion? A champion is always enthusiastic about stepping into the ring, and then because what? He loves it, he has prepared for it, and this is what he lives for. I don't know how many people have seen this face before. If you know, you can put it in the chat box, the name of this champion, and what does it do? I may not have much time, but this is, somebody say, okay, this is Anthony Joshua. And so we all know the role he played as a world heavyweight champion. And then I think recently he lost the fight. And then, but then because we lose doesn't mean you cannot get it back again. So a champion must allow themselves to feel the passion they have, because it is what drives their motivation. So we need to allow our passion to fuel this campaign against COVID-19 prevention, to ensure that we always comply against all odds. And being a champion means finding your voice, and that is what equates you to the challenges that you face. And then not only that, by inspiring others to find theirs. So you are successful, you are really a champion when you now have people following you, emulating you, copying you, and then they too are able to solve problems around you. So for health securities, we need to champion take responsibility, and then we need to also verify every information, because that is where we support the spread of the COVID-19, because we support the spread of misinformation. So don't be a champion of misinformation, and that is very key for us. I'm trying to, so this is the last slide. And are you ready? Are you ready to take the driver's seat? Do you want to just go to camp and then pass through NYSC and get your certificate? That is one option. I don't want trouble. Or do you want to be part of a team, but you are just in the vehicle, wherever they take you to, you know that you are part of the movement, or you sit on the bonnet, anywhere you find yourself, you sit. Or do you want to be in the driver's seat so that you are able to ensure that you find your voice and you inspire others to find their voice, and you're able to use that to solve problems. And then you still achieve, you get your certificate, you're able to contribute meaningfully to your environment. I wish you all the best and safe camp orientation. Thank you very much.
Mr. Yo. No,
sorry, I muted my mic. Sorry about that. I was busy talking. On mute now. Sorry, I muted my mic. I didn't know that. All right. So thank you so much, Dr. Disu, Riscom Head, NCDC. Thank you for that in-depth lecture, if I may use that word, lecture. All right, for those that are just joining, please, intending members, please just still go to I'm sure you can see the info there for you to quickly fill and then get back to us how best we can inform you about what NYSC and NCDC, what they're doing. Please make sure you fill that out and then submit to us so we can get back. And also, remember that you can come back to watch this later on the NCDC page after now, just in case you missed that. Questions will also be answered on. We need you to help us to improve on it so that we can serve you better. Your experience today, please just fill it out for us. Thank you so much. Then now is the guru of NYSC, the Oga at the top of NYSC, we would just love to say the Chamo of NYSC. I'm talking of the DG, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, to please give us the closing remark.
Thank you very much. I want to thank the DG and CDC and team, Mr. Yo,
yes, sir.
My party core members. I want to let you know that the federal government has expended so much on the NYSC. And they say to whom much is given, much is expected. So please take this discussion very, very seriously. And under no conditions should you please flout what you have been told today. We are going to have a seamless exercise or condition that all of you take responsibility. So you ensure that you are going to obey all the directives that will be given to you. I also please continue to visit our website for latest information on the NYSC and so on. Also get details about the state coordinators and so on as you'll be traveling. So make sure that once it is 6 p.m., cut short your journey and pass the night. Either at the end of the military formation, we have NYSC colleges. Core members are all the nook and crannies of this country. So wherever it's 6 p.m., just ask for core members. they will provide sanctuary for you. Our numbers we made available. I do interact with core members so that I can monitor your movement. Where there are issues, just please contact me. We'll monitor you to a safer destination. Please don't travel at night. Don't travel at night, please, I'm begging. Because your parents have invested so much in you and they want a return on their investment. Those that are going to join us hale and healthy, we want you to finish your service here hale and healthy so that I can join your parents or remain in the state of service as the case may be. Please be very careful on the use of social media. It's not everything you listen to that what you take. Please verify all information and ensure you please vaccinate. Vaccinate so that you can protect yourself and protect others and so on and so forth. The camp is going to be very, very interesting. You are going to learn a lot in the camp because as leaders, you are going to be groomed for leadership position in the nearest future. Because amongst you, there will be president of this country, there will be governors, members of the National Assembly, captains of industry. But the journey starts now. On condition that you don't cut corners. You work very hard, listen, follow the law, and so that you don't run foul of the law and you paid for it. If you don't obey the safety protocols in the camp, as I said earlier, there's going to be what we call campus court, camp court. In the camp court, those of you that violate our bylaw, you are going to face it and then you'll be disciplined accordingly. If you violate the safety, the COVID safety protocol in camp, and you face the camp court, as I said, you are going to be decamped. So please just follow strictly the guidelines and you'll be there. We love you so much. The NYSC loves you. The federal government and your parents do the same. So please, I wish you all a safe journey and I'll meet you in camp. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. All right, intending core members, thank you for being part of this. And this is where we come to the end of today's webinar. Thank you so much. And then I also wish you all the best as you go to camp this minute. All right, so may we just rise up for the national anthem and then before we bid everyone, bye-bye.
Will you sing it?
Okay, let's just sing it since I think the tech, my tech team are not ready. 1, 2, 3, go.
Nigeria's follow me, to serve our father's land, with love and strength and faith. The labor of nearest us shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation bound in freedom, inside unity.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Big thank you to all those from the team of NCDC and NYSC team. Thank you so much, sirs. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Don't forget to watch everything. Members, you can watch on the NCDC